I wanted to bring you guys a quick video to show you how to interpret the Bible using a really good tool called Bible Hub. I'm not playing Fortnite. There's this little video here that's so funny. Technology is incredible. I'm not playing Fortnite. I'm going to show you how to interpret the Bible. So I just want to show you a way. Maybe you've been interpreting and you're trying to find ways to truly understand the passage and it's difficult, or you're just having a hard time just understanding even what to do in interpretation. So I'm going to show you one tool I use almost every day when I study the Bible. And it's a website called Bible Hub. So if you type in, if you're going to Google, you type in BibleHub.com, you go to this website, and you'll be brought to it. And then what you can do is you can type in right here a verse you want to study. So I already typed in 1 Peter 1:18 right here. I'm going to show you an example of tools you can use how to interpret. So I'm not going to study this and interpret it like fully or how I normally do it, but I just want to show you the tools to prepare you and help you to be able to use this yourself. So in interpretation, so we've already observed, we've already, in the scripture journal, I've circled words, I've written some notes down. Now we come to a point where it's like I have questions, I have some ideas what this passage means, and I want to just think more and look at some cross references, look some things up. So you go to this website, it's really helpful. So the first thing that I'll do, on the left side you see here the different translations of the verse. So what I'll do is I'll read through these and I'll try to see how it's worded differently, and I'll notice how words are phrased differently that are maybe challenging for me. So as I read the ESV, so this word that comes up in the ESV here, I can show you on here. So you were ransomed from the futile ways inherited from your forefathers. So I'm interested, I really want to think about the words futile ways. Like what does that mean? Like what is it getting at here? And so if I'm looking at different translations, right? And if I'm just trying to look up those kind of words. So if I look at the NIV, it says the empty way of life instead of the futile ways. Okay, so empty way of life, that's helpful. The New Living Translation says the empty life. So similar. Looking just down at some of these, so the NASB says futile way of life. The New King James Version, aimless conduct. That's interesting. Aimless conduct received by tradition. Okay. So I look throughout here, and I'm not just looking for those words, but I'm trying to notice all different things about the passage to help me understand how it's translated differently. And one thing I always do as well, I'll not only look at the verse, but I'll look at the context. So context is so important. I bet 50% of the answers you'll find to questions you have come from just reading before and after the passage that you're in, honestly. So I'll read, 13 to 21 in the NIV, and I'll try to just see how the context is helping me. Maybe I'll read more or less sometimes. I'm just trying to see what's before and after. So those two things. So I look up different translations, and I look up the context in the different translations as well. Context is crucial, so make sure you're doing that. The next thing I'll do is I'll look up cross-references. So on the right side of this page, you'll see just a list of cross-references for the verse. Really helpful, so you don't have to flip through your Bible to find them. And I'll read all of them, and I'll try to, if I have let's say I have 5 questions written down about this verse, I'll see if those cross-reference, like Isaiah 44:22, does this help me understand a question I had? Does this help me reinforce an idea I was already having? Does it help me understand the meaning more? And I'll go through and I'll seriously do, I'll read every single cross-reference, and I'll just think about it. I'll write down in my journal, like over here, cross-references that were really helpful. And so take time looking at cross-references. I can't say enough how helpful it is to see other parts of the Bible, similar themes or just places to help you understand your verse you're in. So all on the right side, there's cross-references for this. So that's another thing I'll do. Another really good tool is, so if you go over here, I'm looking up here at the top of my mouse is on the word interlin. That actually means the word interlinear. It'll take you to a Greek, the original Greek translation of the Bible. The New Testament was written in Greek, and so this is the Greek words that are originally used. And so what I'll do is I'll look up challenging words. So again, we're on this kind of theme of looking at the word futile. So down here, you'll see right here, futile. So the Greek word here, not going to try to pronounce it. And then what you can do is you can actually click this number above. It'll take you to what's called a concordance, the Strong's Concordance. And it's a really helpful tool. It gives you definitions. It shows you where that Greek word of futile for this is used in different places in the Bible. So first what I'll do is I'll just look up the definition. So vain, useless. Okay, vain and useless. You can also go down here to the helps word studies. Really good. So this kind of, just a different definition. It says without purpose or ground. Okay, aimless. Yeah, we saw that in the New King James, aimless conduct. So the word futile, yeah, it means something that's without any like value. It's without any purpose. So it's really helpful to use. And so what you can even do is, I do this a lot. So I come down here, and what I'll do is I'll look at, this is called a lexicon. Sorry, a lexicon explains where that Greek word is used in different parts of the Bible. And it's really helpful. It actually lists where this word is used all throughout the Bible. And so what I'll do is I'll right click on a verse, or actually left click on that one. Let me go back. What I'll do is I'll right click on it so I don't lose my spot like I just did. And it'll actually open up. And this is what it says. So it says, New International Version, if Christ has not been raised, your faith is futile. Okay. There it is. So the word futile. Okay, so that's helpful. So it's saying, if Christ is not alive, if he has not been raised, then we don't have salvation. And our faith we have is pointless. It's worthless. It doesn't add anything at all. It's nothing, right? So that's what the word futile is getting at. It is just totally nothing and worthless. And James 1:26, you could do the exact same thing. So I won't go and read this one exactly, but you can see here, just looking at first glance, their religion is worthless. So again, the word worthless is used instead of futile here. So I will always do this. I'll look up like challenging words. I'll look up where they are in different places of the Bible. And just for example, if I was going to study this verse, I would look up futile. I would look up manner of life. I'd look up redeemed, and maybe some more or less. Maybe you would look up more or less if you don't understand what some of these words are. But I love looking up these words and seeing how they're used. Even if I know what the word means, like I could probably guess what the word, like personally, I know what the word perishable means. But maybe it's good to look up just other places in the Bible where it's used to help you get a deeper understanding. And the last tool I'll share for you guys now is if you click on this word comments. It takes you to commentaries. So there's a lot of free commentaries on this website. Really helpful. So some of you have this R.C. Sproul commentary. That's really good. I love it. Some of you might not have it, and that's okay, because there's a lot of good free stuff online to help you understand the verse. So what I'll do is, if you look here, there's a lot of commentaries listed, a lot of good ones. And I'll just say personally what I use a lot. I use Calvin, so that's John Calvin. Love his commentaries. I love the Expositor's commentary. I love using John Gill. And I love Matthew Henry. So Matthew Henry has 2 commentaries on here. One is more short, and one is longer and more descriptive. So what I'll do is I'll look at a few of these along with R.C. Sproul, and I don't always look at commentaries, but they're often helpful at the end of a studying time to just get a good checking my work as I used in my commentary video. So let's just let's see. Why don't we click on Matthew Henry's? Now I'll click on Calvin. Let's go to Calvin. Why not? So click on Calvin. Brings me to his commentary. So you'll see here, you'll actually have to scroll down to find verse 18. So we're in verse 3 right here. So I'm scrolling down, checking out verse 18, wherever it is. He has a lot to say. Okay, we're getting close. All right, so verses 17 to 22, he has commentary in one section. So I'll look here, and then you go down to verse 18, right? And I'll just read some of this, right? So let's read something. For to him who repudiates or despises the grace of the gospel, not only is the salvation worthless, but also the blood of Christ, by which God has manifested his value. So, okay, so kind of futile, So if we despise the grace of God, then our salvation is worthless, and it's futile. That's great, So I won't read any more from the commentary, but as you'll see, there's a good section here where he talks about silver and gold. He talks about redeemed. So, yeah, guys. So this is just one tool I use. Again, Bible Hub. Really helpful, good tool for you to study the Bible with. I would love for you guys to check it out for yourself. Go to Bible Hub, look up 1 Peter when you're studying it. And again, look up the translations, look up the cross references, look up some definitions with the interlinear, and look up some commentaries if you want to look too. And there's more tools here, but that's the main ones I use. So yeah, thank you guys for your time listening. Hope this is really helpful, and hope you have a good day. Bye.